There we go. There we go. Good morning, everyone. We'll go ahead and wait a bit longer and let everyone filter in. But as usual, we'll be on Replit. Let me pin myself. I am very unfocused. One moment, let me focus myself. There we go. All right. And as usual, we are going to be on replit.com. I'll post the link in one moment. There we go. Poon's got me covered. All right, we'll be on replit.com. We'll go to create right here. Type in HTML and go to HTML, CSS, JS and click create REPL. Welcome, welcome everyone. All right. All right. Today, we will be learning a bit more advanced idea in HTML. And at its core, it's very basic. But the idea is about things called divs and spans. Basically, things that will wrap around other code. That way you can style entire blocks of code, or even just like singular words. It gives you more control over what you style. All right. I'll wait a bit longer. Let more people filter in here. Um, I always forget annotation. I need to okay, I'm making a note for myself to learn how to disable annotation. And yes, I will show everyone how to open Replit again. Oh, you go to replit.com. I'll post the link in chat. Replit.com. If you haven't already made an account, make an account. Click on the toolbar on the top left right here, this little 3-bar guy. Click create. In the template bar, type in HTML. Click on HTML, CSS, JS, and click create REPL. And I will say, as a rule, do not annotate because I don't know how to stop it. All right. We'll wait a couple more minutes, but while we wait, let's go ahead and make a skeleton website. Basically, some basic stuff that we can start styling. We'll start with going lesson sign, H1, greater than sign, making a nice little header. We'll name the header very important website. We will then go ahead and do lesson sign P greater than sign, and go ahead and put some other low text, maybe very secret text. This will be the skeleton of the website. And if I run it, I get basic text. One very big header and one small text. All very important. Oh, and remember, when I give some stuff to write, once you are done writing it down, once you've, caught up with what code I have, go ahead and give me a done in chat. And yes, I'll go ahead and do it all again for anyone new. As usual, we'll be on replit.com. I will be saying this a lot, if you haven't noticed. I'll link in chat, or I'll try to keep it in chat. We'll go to the toolbar on the top left once you've made an account and everything. Click on Create. In the template bar, we'll type in HTML and click on HTML, CSS, JS right here. That is the language we'll be using, or in this case, languages. And then we'll click on Create REPL. And then to make a bit of a skeleton website or some text that we can change, we'll do lesson sign, H1, greater than sign. Replit will make the end tag for us, and that will give us a big header. On the header, we'll do very important website. And after that, we'll do the same thing, lesson sign, both a P and a greater than sign, just a P. We'll make a paragraph, and I'll do very important text. And yes, if you have any questions, you can write them down in chat. All right. Okay, so I'm asking how to make a picture. That is something we could go over in another class, or maybe I'll show you how to make that after class is done. All right, I will also be adding a little bit more to our skeleton. I'm going to do the exact same thing, do H1, and this time I'll do very lame part, or very lame area. Because this will be the part of our website that is very lame area, that is p tag, and very lame text. I'll run it, and now we see if, there we go. We have two parts of our website, a very important part and a very lame part. And the goal for today's lesson is to style these two areas very differently, so that everyone knows that one part is lame and another part is very important. All right, home looking good. And once you are done and caught up writing your text, you can either go ahead and copy it and paste it in chat like I just did, or if you can't, just type done in chat. And then I can check your code. All right. Put Klumthaku. I know I'm Thai, but I have a hard time pronouncing names sometimes. That looks right. Everyone in the chat looks right. Good job. But yeah, we'll wait a bit here, and everyone can go ahead and make this bit of code here. Take your time. Looks good. And yeah, you can write some different text here too if you want. That's fine. Just make sure to have two very different areas. All right, looking good, everyone. Very good. I wonder sometimes if I should have like music to play in between me talking. Wonder how distracting that would be. Oh, um, oh shoot, what happened? Oh no. Put yes in chat if you can hear me. Okay. Hmm. Maybe their volume is off. All right, looking good, everyone in chat. Yeah, I will only play My Little Pony music. Friendship with magic, guys. Come on. Oh yeah, GTA music. All right, that should be good here. We'll go ahead and move on. By the way, if I'm ever going too fast, just go ahead and put it in chat or tell me, and I will slow down and give you a chance to keep writing code. All right. Now let's say we wanted to style the very important part, and we wanted the entire area to be very different from the rest of the website. We could use a class on both tags, but we'll find that that makes weird things with backgrounds and it's not very consistent. The better way, if you want to style an entire block of your website, is to use a div. We'll write lesson sign div div greater than sign div. You notice that replet actually makes the end tag for us here, but we actually don't want it there. We actually are going to want to copy that bit of code, click Command C or Control C, and delete it. And then we're going to make a new line here and put it right there after the H1 and the P. Basically, we're making a tag that will wrap around the entire section that we want to be styled differently. I see someone has their hand raised. I'll go ahead real quick. You can now unmute if you want to ask a question.
Okay, I can't see your screen share right now.
Oh, can anyone else see my screen share? The replet? Put yes in chat if you can see my code. Huh. I suppose I would recommend leaving and rejoining. It's possible.
Okay.
Or maybe, yes, probably it. All right. All right. And now what we've done is we have a tag that it has wrapped around the code we want to change. In programming lingo, we call the tag around everything the parent tag. And we call the tags inside the parent tag the child tags, because the H1s are children and they're inside the parent tag. One thing you notice is that we already have this kind of setup. Here, the body tag. See, the body tag is actually a parent tag. It wraps around all of our code. And all the code we write are children tags. You also notice that replet actually gives an additional 2 spaces to show that the code we're writing is a child of the body. And we're going to do the same thing with our div. So go ahead and right before the H1, you can either click 2 spaces or the space bar twice, or you can do tab, which is to the left of your Q key. Just 2 spaces for the H1 and for the P, just giving a bit of space there so that our div, or that like a programmer can know that the H1 is inside the div. Makes it real easy for other programmers to understand your code. Oh yeah, I see. Kahum, your code looks good. It's just like a little not formatted well. Like it's up here, you know. Go ahead and right after your div, just click enter one time, and that should fix it. All right. And now that we have the div like this, we can go ahead and give the div a class. If we remember, a class is something that allows us to, in our CSS, change that particular element and style it differently. We can go to our div here. Right after the word div, go space and type in class, CLASS, enter, the enter sign here, enter, and then quotation marks. Just do one quotation mark and Replit will make the other for us. And then in between the quotation marks, we will write important, IMPORTANT. Remember, we're just naming the class here. A lot like we can just name a variable. It is entirely up to you what you name it. Just make sure you use the same name whenever you use it. Always make sure you're spelling it right. In fact, I will paste it in chat in case anyone misspells it. And go ahead as usual. When you're done with this, just go ahead and select that code and paste it in the chat or type done in chat. All right, looking good, everyone. Good job. Good job, everyone. Good job. All your code looks great. Oh, Poon. I see here your class stuff is outside of your div. You have it like that. Make sure to put it inside the div here, inside between the word div and the greater than sign. So that's inside the div. All right, looking good, everyone. Proud, I noticed that you actually don't have the greater than sign at the end. Yours is like this. Make sure you put that greater than sign. Taya, I suppose you won't be able to. Just when you're done, just put done, and then after class, I will look at your code on Facebook. And Poon, okay, I see yours is like this. You see you have two greater than signs here. Make sure to take out the inner one right here. So like it's like this. You only want a less than sign, the word div, and then space, and then class, and all the class stuff, and then the greater than sign. Basically, you're putting the class inside the little tag part. It all goes in between the two less than and greater than signs. All right, and everyone's good. All right. In that case, we'll go ahead and move to our. Oh, yep. Okay, that's. Eugene, I noticed that you don't have the divs yet. Make sure to add the div around the first H1 and P, like this. All right, and Poon, that looks good. Okay. Now that we have the class, we can go to our style, style.css, a different file, remember. Add a couple new lines, and we will write dot, or period, dot, important, 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 the same word we used for the class name, back here, the class equals important, so we do dot important. Space, and then left curly brace, and then enter. And make sure REPL does have that right curly brace. It's possible it won't create it. You'll have to create yourself. And inside the dot important, we'll just change the color. We'll do color, colon, and then red. And make sure to add that semicolon at the end. And now, when we click run, dun dun dun, there we go, it works. All the text enclosed or wrapped around our div is red, or is inside, I should say. All the text that is inside our div is now all red. And that is done, remember, by using the class way of CSS. By using the dot, we have changed every tag with the class important to the color red. And as usual, when you're done with that, paste the code in chat or just type done. Good job. And yes, the color does not have to be red. Just whatever you think is an important color. What color draws your attention? Yep, Poon, that is correct. Everyone in chat, good job. It all looks good. Indie, I notice you don't have a semicolon. It is technically correct. Your last line doesn't have to have a semicolon, but I say always put the semicolons. All right, and Sheen, if you have questions, you can put them in chat. And Poon, it looks correct. Important, yeah. Oh, by the way, if you have it that, oh, yep, yeah, everyone looks good. All right, I'll go ahead real quick and stop the share. And anyone who have not working code can share their screen. On Punity, you have your hand raised, so you can. Oh, there we go. Well, first of all, on line 7, you should have a semicolon, but that shouldn't be the problem. Go ahead and click run. Oh, there we go. It works. Just had to click run. And make sure to add that semicolon later on line 7. All right. And Poon. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, you don't have the colon after color. It should be color colon red. 2 dots. There we go. That should work now. You have way too many tabs open, my friend. And Taya, I am. If you would like, you can try to like copy the code down that you have onto the chat the best you can. But otherwise, I can't help you on Facebook after class. Okay. Let me. Oh, okay, you have the Sheen, you have the dot after the hello. It should be before the hello. And make sure to put it all on a new line. And JP, all your okay. Let me go here. Let me share my screen here, and I'll go through some of these problems. Okay, let me unpin. There we go. Okay. So a couple problems I saw. Um, One was putting the dot after the important. CSS always wants you to put the dot before the name of the class. Also noticed someone put it like that. I mean, it's technically fine, but try to always do things on a new line. Also, there can be no spaces in your class name. That I probably never actually mentioned that, but yes. For example, my class cannot be very important class. CSS will think these to be three different classes: a class very, a class important, and a class class. So all your class names need to be one word, important, and that's it. Otherwise, CSS will think you're meaning like multiple classes, and it gets confused. All right. All right, Taya, I'm looking for you to let you unmute, and I couldn't find you. Shoot. All right, there you go. Okay, you can now unmute, Taya.
Okay, so the problem is basically I think I did everything right. Dot summer space curly brace and then color column red and the same thing, like
Yeah,
you know
the
the
semicolon.
color semicolon and then right curly brace.
Okay.
And then when I press run, it doesn't work.
Try looking at your class and making sure you have the same name for both. I'll come back to you in a second. And all right. And yes, Sheen, you can now speak.
Yeah, I do everything, but it didn't work.
All right.
When I click run, it didn't work anything. It don't have any color.
Can you click run real quick? Oh, and then go to your index.html. Go to your index.
Yeah.
No, the other file, index.html. All right. You see, you don't actually have a class there that says like class equals hello. Here, let me show you.
Where?
You see, I here have div class equals important. If you don't have that class equals, CSS doesn't know what to change.
Okay.
So you need to add a class equals somewhere. Okay, I'm trying to, there we go. And let me pin myself back. There we go. Okay. All right. I believe that covers, oh shoot, mostly everyone. All right, so now we have this one as being read. So now we know at least that the div class works. And if you have questions, you can put them in chat if you don't mind. Now we're going to do one more thing here. We're going to add a background color. Just that way we have something to know that like this whole area is within the div. So on important, I'm gonna add a new line inside important, and I'm gonna do background BACK GROUND. background dash color colon black and then semicolon. And make sure you have the semicolon on your color line as well, because otherwise now things will start not working. Make sure to always have those semicolons on every line, those colons, and that dash at background color. And now if I click run, we can see oh wait. Okay, no, yeah, okay. Now we can see that we have a whole black area around the div. And this also shows the difference between having a div and just having a class for each one. Because when you have a class for each one, you end up with white spaces in between the H1s. Like here, I'll just show you real quick. Don't write this down. I am going to remove it in one moment. But if I run this, I should have white spaces. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't actually tried it. But let's... I am taking a long time to load here. All right, that apparently killed Replit, so I'm going to reload. All right, whatever. All right, I see a few people asking to share the screen, so I'm going to go ahead. By the way, don't write down the code I just wrote, but I'm going to go ahead now and stop my share, and then anyone who has a problem can share their screen. That looks good, yeah. And anyone else? All right. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, okay, go to your index.html, please. Oh, and Sheen, I see your problem. I will show you in one moment what it is. But to the person currently sharing their screen, go to your index.html and click on that. To the person currently sharing their screen, could you go to your index.html? All right. Oh, okay. Yeah. So your code is working. See here, let me share my screen real quick. I'll kill two birds with one stone here. You have your end div down here. So you're actually holding all of this code in your div. And now if I run this code, it all becomes black and red. We only want one section to be black and red. So we put the div here. Only around one H1 and one P tag. I also noticed someone did the common mistake of having the class part outside of their div, like that. Or maybe, I forget, you might have had like this. Make sure you only have one greater than sign, and make sure the class is right after the div and before that greater than sign. All right. Oh, a lot of annotation here. Okay. All right. We seem to still have. Okay. And Eugene, you can now unmute. Yes. Actually, that was Sheen's problem. It was your class was outside here. Sheen, that was your problem. Should be inside that div. All right. All right. Feel like I'm spending a little too much time here. Poon says it's all still red. Again, make sure you have that div there. All right. Okay. Here, Sheen, you can speak.
Teacher, I do. Is it alright? But I run. It cannot do.
All right, you actually still have that problem. See here, let me share my screen. Um, you have the class area outside your div. You have it like that. In fact, you have it more like this, right? First of all, make sure to put that H1 on a new line and remove this greater than sign and put it after the class, right after the class. That way it goes div, class, class stuff, and then greater than sign.
Is it like this?
Yeah, you still need to do the greater than sign after the class. And you also have the hello in without quotations. In fact, here. On Poon, scroll down a bit and then run the code. Oh shoot. Okay, okay, go back to your index. Okay, stay still. Oh yeah, it seems like you still have a couple div end tags. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, just take out those. Here, let me show you. Yeah, you still have some like straggling in tags, and your actual supposed to be in tag. Um, I don't believe has a slash. Go ahead and add that slash. Yeah. Sometimes there's a little weird stuff that happens there. I will. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on, and then if you still have problems, I'll fix it after class. All right. All right. So there is actually one more thing I'd like to show you here. Because we have the div, we have this whole area being a different color, and the very lame area being not important. But let's say we want to make the important even more important, right? We want to show how important the word important is. We can go to the word important, and in fact, to make it a little easier, I'm going to just delete the word important. I'm going to do less than sign, span, greater than sign. The span tag is just like the div tag, but it is used for when you want to change one word or like one short phrase. So do span, and then I'll rewrite the word important within the span tags. And then inside the span, I'll add the right here, I'm doing inside the span right after the word span and before the greater than sign, right inside here, I'm going to write class equals, and then I'll do super, or yeah, I'll do super. to show how important it is. It is super important. I'll give everyone a chance to do that. And when you're done, go ahead and paste your code in chat. Oh, and Sheen asked how to do background. Real quick, I'll paste it in chat here. I'll go back to index. We're just using the span tag just as we did the div, but now for just one word. And if anyone has questions and stuff, I'll go ahead and I have we'll end class in like 10 minutes here, and then have like a whole 30-minute period after that to like answer questions and stuff. And remember, once you have the span part done, either put done in chat or paste your code in chat. And remember, span zipper shouldn't do anything yet. It is just a class for now. And yes, Poon, that is very good. Good job. Yep, everyone's doing good. Yep, looks good, everyone. Oh, Megcorn age 10. It should be span as an SPAN. You write SPON, should be SPAN. Oh, and Anita. Um, what you wrote is technically correct, but one, you have nothing inside your span. You just have no text there. So like after that greater than sign, and before the next in tag, you should write some text to change. Also, I wouldn't recommend using the class important because we use that up here. We want to use a different class. It should be even more important than the important class. Maybe I'll use like Animal Crossing music. It's pretty chill, you know? Very like waiting on things music. All right, Anita, that looks good. Good job. Oh yeah, Pokemon music. Oh wait, Boruto. That's Naruto stuff? I haven't actually watched Naruto. All right. And all right, Indie looks good. All right, we'll go ahead then and go to our style.css. And a couple new lines. Make sure to always add new lines. We want our code looking like this, nice and clean. Do dot zipper or dot zipper, left curly brace, enter. And what we're going to do is maybe let's go color colon white semicolon, color white. And now if I run it, the important is actually even more standing out now. Notice how like the kinds of colors I used, black, red, and white, stand out in very different ways. And in fact, I'm going to go enter one more time, add one more property to show how even more important it is. Just to have everyone remember how to do this kind of thing, it's text dash size, text dash size, colon, and I'll do 64px semicolon. I believe we did this kind of thing a long time ago. And now, wait, no, sorry, it's not text size, it's font size. I wrote that wrong. Font size. FONT dash SIZE, font size. And now if I run that, the important is very big. All right. We have a lot of questions. I'm going to go ahead and wait just a couple minutes. Let everyone write this down. If you would like, go ahead and if you did get it right, or if you got it wrong, if you have wrong code, or if it's not working, if your code isn't working, go ahead and copy it and paste it in chat. And if your code is working, paste it in chat. I can check it. And if you are caught up, type done in chat. And then in a few minutes, I'll get to all the questions. All right, good job. Yep, Poon looks good. Good job. Maybe I'll like ring a bell every time someone gets one right. All right, Indy looks good. Yep, everyone looks good. Good job. Oh, see someone use the color bisque. That's cool. Yep, everyone, good job. Oh yeah, I should probably do that. Yeah, this week I'm planning a lot of like little things in between class stuff to do, you know? I'm thinking one day we could do like a challenge maybe. All right, that seems good for everyone. If you have already made your code and it all works well, good job, very good job, and class is now officially done. We're going to have class again next, same time next week, everything the same. Good job, everyone. And make sure for homework to personalize the website a little bit and post it on the Facebook. And I'm going to be here for another at least 10 minutes and I'll be answering everyone's questions. So let's start by just letting everyone unmute themselves. See what chaos will come about.
But teacher, how to make picture?
All right, I'll show you in one moment.
My word important isn't glowing.
4.5 years old.
All right.
Dad smacked him back of the head with a steering wheel. My grandpa hits the oncoming traffic.
Oh no.
Change the channel
No,
immediately.
Indy, what have you done? No, I have muted you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I will post in Facebook.
Quandale, do you know I believe me?
I will post in Facebook.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm now going to stop my share, and anyone who has a problem can share their screen.
How to make some picture?
Oh no, what is that?
What is that?
Uncle using Finding Dory hand soap to choke his chicken. I spilled baby oil.
Oh no. There's always so much chaos when I unmute.
Teacher, how to
Um,
make picture? Can you teach me?
I will in one
Last
moment.
week I cannot make some picture.
Okay. I see. Okay, the person sharing their screen, go to your index.html. All right.
Teacher, can I share the screen?
Once I'm done with this person, your code looks good. Oh, okay. Well, okay, I think I know what's wrong. Put a semicolon after line 12 on color red, add a semicolon at the end.
You mean a semicolon?
Yes. Right on the end, at color colon red. No, back on your styles. Yeah, color colon red should be semicolon.
Bye.
And what about the XP one?
Oh, yes, put a colon before the 64. There we go. That should work now.
Yeah, the font size does sound blue, but it's look weird.
All right. Oh, someone opened their whiteboard, actually. Make sure to select a tab.
Yes.
And anyone who has a problem can share their screen now.
Teacher, how to make picture?
Yes, we hear, and I will not ask again. Please
I'm
stop
trying to
drawing.
read that here.
What is that Quandalius dingus
Teacher,
looking?
can you help me?
Oh no.
Please.
All right. Okay. Sheen, I am not sure what's wrong.
No, I don't
It
have
looks
any
almost
wrong,
right.
but I want to get some picture inside.
Okay. Here, I'll go ahead
Yeah, I'm mute.
and I will show you real quick. Ah, shoot. All right.
Bye.
Anyone wondering?
Thank you.
Goodbye, thank you. Here's how to make an image.
Teacher, I see this one, but I cannot do it. This one. Nope.
Huh.
This class 2. It has some picture too.
Yeah, okay, I'll show you real quick. I'm not sure who had that phone ringing. There we go. Okay. Here's how to make a picture real quick. You do lesson sign, then IMG, greater than
What?
sign. And now here's the important part. You need to select right after the G. Put your mouth right after the G and before the greater than sign. Then you do space, SRC, equal sign, quotation marks.
Teacher, how did you make a space until the number 12? Line 12
Any
doesn't
website
have
and copy the link
div
address.
equals important.
Copy the link You need to copy the link at the any image in Google and copy the copy address on the link. Then you can get the address.
Okay. I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah, I'll finish the telling the image real quick, and then I'll get to you, Proud and 0 IQ. You don't have 0 IQ, man. If you're in this class, you got at least 200. There we go. That makes sense.
Why? Why do you need 200? What
Okay.
do you need?
Um,
IQ?
I'm going to look up an image to test on. I'm gonna grab
Look up
that,
a banana.
and I'm going to paste it in the chat because it's good to have a short link for just trying things out. And right in between the quotation marks, I will paste it and run. And
Please
now
stop JP iPad, man.
I have a
No.
really big image here.
Please just stop. Just stop JP iPad. Just stop drawing it, please. It's distracting. I cannot even see.
Right, like this.
Oh no. I'm kidding.
All right. Anyone else have any other questions?
Spilled baby oil on the hallway floor. Go on, take a
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the share.
Until his dingus.
And anyone who has a question can. Oh, there we go. That is just a whiteboard. I believe you're gonna start annotating. Are you the person annotating a bunch? Yeah, I believe you've
Please?
taken your whiteboard, not the actual tab.
Please, if you want to draw so bad, just go to IBIS Paint, man.
Teacher, I cannot copy link card.
Until his dingus here. Do you
I want
know
to
how
get
really
this
gets
card.
me?
I want to get the card. This card. How to copy it link.
Like the Discord invite link.
I want to copy this link and get to
Writing is not
PNL. Can you copy? Can you copy to me? I want to see it. Can
Oh,
you
okay, I
copy?
see. Oh yeah, I see. What you do is, okay, let me.
I'm not
But
the person.
you-
Oh my god, if you
Wait, I'm
want
gonna
to
share my
draw
screen
so
here.
bad, just go to any website that can draw,
Okay.
not this.
On the link on the picture you want, you can go ahead and right click on it, and then go down to copy image address and click
Okay.
that, and then now you can paste it on your site. There we go. All right, I'll stop share again, and anyone who has any questions can share their screen or just wants me to see their code. Beam, I believe you're sharing your whiteboard. You need to just share your tab. You need to choose what tab in particular to share.
One. JP iPad, I swear to God, if you draw on the whiteboard,
I
I
cannot.
swear,
I
I
do-
swear to God, I
me.
swear to God, if you
Teacher,
draw
I
on
draw.
a freaking
me.
whiteboard
Okay.
Teacher, I do
on
finish, but I
Zoom,
cannot do like link.
So
I
drawing
cannot
board
do
in
the
the
picture.
hole.
Oh dear.
Teacher, I cannot get some picture in
Drawing
that.
board in the hole.
All right. Let me. Here, I'll add you the pin. Huh. Can you go back to your image thing again?
Yeah.
It looks almost correct. I would suggest trying a different link to start with. Oh, okay. Actually, I see a different problem though. Here, let me share my screen real quick. There is a more important problem, and that is that you have a greater than sign right here. You see, it should be a less than sign, and then all of your code, and then the greater than sign. It should all be encapsulated within these two signs. It all should be within the two signs.
Yay!
There shouldn't be like a greater than sign there.
But it don't have how to get the small.
Okay.
What
You go to your style,
style?
make a couple new lines, and then do IMG, left curly brace like normal. And then, if you give me 1 moment, you type in width, WIDTH, colon, and then something like 200 px, standing for 200 pixels, and then semicolon. And yes, proud. What's up?
I copied the link by right-clicking, but when I don't know how to paste the link back on HTML.
It is Command V is the thing, or Control V. That's the
I
paste.
tried Control V, but before I did this, I copied the all of the code from style.css, so it just put that instead.
Okay. Do Control V first of all to undo that. So that you can go back to normal. So Control V 1 time. Just go back. And then go to a new image, and then make sure you do command, right click, and then copy image address. Make sure it's copy image address, not just copy image. Because you actually want the address or the link to the
Teacher,
image.
I cannot do. I do this one finish, but it cannot get anything.
All right,
But
let me.
teacher, I put the Control V and it's still the same.
Huh.
Trying again.
Maybe try the try copying the link I pasted in chat and just see if that works. It's possible you aren't copying from the web correctly. It's my guess. Give me 1 moment here.
I'm copying a link picture of.
That is not clear. That is not a clear image. That is not a clear image. What is that? What is that?
Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot see the code
I can't
there.
read. I can't read.
I am trying.
Oh, and to Sheen, I actually know your problem. I believe you wrote PXX with like 2 X's, or should you make sure you write PX? It's a P and an X like that.
PX like this.
All right. And to JP, I actually let me show you your problem there. Oh, and by the way, you don't need to be doing the image thing if you don't want to. I'm just showing you because Sheen asked. And to JP, you have a greater than sign right here after the src equals. Just go ahead and take that out and replace it with the correct quotation mark. Everything else is correct. You just have you have to replace it like that. So make sure you do the quotation mark.
Like this, teacher.
Image.
Yep, looks good.
When I do the image, wait. When I do the image, I cannot adjust the length of it. It's like I can't adjust the length.
I cannot do.
All right. Go ahead. Everyone who All right. Sheen, go back to your style, and anyone else who can't do the width thing properly, just go ahead and copy it and paste it in chat. In fact, I will go ahead and paste mine in chat if everyone needs it. That is how to change the width. Oh, and Sheen. Here, let me share my screen. One thing I noticed that might be the problem is that you don't have the right curly brace right here. Yeah, that's a problem. At some point, you must have deleted it. There should be on line 4. There should always be a right curly brace to end that curly brace. You probably deleted it at some point.
Like this.
Yeah, that should work. All right. Okay, let me show. Okay, JP, let me show you the thing here.
Teacher, is it like this? We need to click.
Yep. Oh wait. It looks like that looks correct. I'm not sure you've done a left or a right. Can't tell from here, but it looks correct. Maybe try doing the other way. Oh, and for the final thing, real quick, I do need to go through one thing. To JP, I believe it was. Oh shoot, I actually forget what's wrong now. JP, go ahead and share that screen again you had. I remembered what was wrong, but now I can't remember what I saw. And yes, Proud, you can go ahead and ask your question. Also, 0 IQ, you can do that as well.
Teacher, I cannot get.
I can get the link. I can get the link now and the pictures here, but when I scroll down more, there's only the picture. There's the words and the letters are gone.
Actually, that's just kind of a Replit thing. If I show you my screen here, they're not actually gone. It's just that your picture is too big for Replit to show. You could do like this and make it smaller, or you can do this open in a new tab button, and then you will see your entire website. So now you can see your text, but your text itself is not gone.
Can I see you again?
Yes.
Okay, I'm true, but images.
One dearest thing is here. Do you know? You one dearest thing. One dearest thing here. Do you know your pop?
All right.
Oh, I can do already, teacher.
All right. Good job. Oh yeah, there we go. Good job. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end the class. If I wasn't able to get to you, I apologize, but you can share your screen on. Okay, yeah, actually, yes. Let me fix that one real quick because there are definitely some easy problems there. I'll share my screen. JP, your first problem is that you spelled span strangely. It's S-P-A-N. S-P-A-N. Both of them should be span. I believe you also are missing like the left sign right here, or I forget, you're missing like one of these less than greater than signs. I believe it's that one. It should have it. And other than that, it looks mostly good. I'll go ahead and end the class there, and if I wasn't able to get to you, I apologize, and
Goodbye.
go ahead and post your code on Facebook and I can help you out more.
Goodbye.
Oh, 0 IQ, here, if you had a question, go ahead and ask it now. I know you've had your hand raised for a while. All right. Okay.
I don't know how to
unmute.
make the picture size down.
I have right here.
Unmute. Zero IQ,
I'll
unmute.
post it in chat. It's IMG and then the left curly brace, right curly brace, and width colon 200 px semicolon.
Zero IQ, can you mute? Can you mute? Can you mute? Okay, no one.
All right, and with that, I'll go ahead and end class. Hope you all had a good time. Hope you all were able to learn something. Go ahead if I wasn't able to get to you, or if you have any other questions at all, post it in the Facebook, and I'll help you out.
I copied what you put in chat, but I put it on which line? Or the same line that I put the link?
No, should be in a different file entirely. Should be in the style.css file. And
Which line?
I put it on line 6. I made a couple new lines here and put it on line 6.
Teacher, I have the dot important.
Oh yeah,
Teacher, I can get
that's why I actually added a couple lines like that.
the color I cannot do. I can get the picture, but color it doesn't work now.
Huh. I believe I have an idea of what's wrong there. I'm going to have to go ahead and help you on Facebook though. So just post your code on Facebook, and I'll be able to help you out. And with that, I'm going to have to end class. Thank you all for coming.
Teacher, I go.
ก็แค่240 พิกเซล
All right. Yeah, I think I haven't been able to get to everyone, but I do need to actually go to bed now because it's very late for me. Hope everyone had a good time, and see you next week.
Wait, what time is in your area right now?
It's almost 11 p.m.